Well, this is Kurt Hayden with the IASIG, and I am here with my friend Damian Kastbauer from Audiokinetic. How are you, Damian?
It's great to be here,
so
Kurt.
Great to see you.
GDC again.
Oh, yes.
Come on. 20th year of GDC for me. So
Wow.
I'm kind of celebrating a milestone. Let's take a walk.
Oh, yeah. This is a beautiful place. We're at Yerba Buena Gardens.
I love this place. It has so much community connection because this is where we usually land for a bit of lunch in the afternoon. Of course, at some point that exploded into the Carousel Con event, little micro talks where folks are sharing their top of mind here at GDC and trying to, capture that energy that people get from being here and share it with the community. Just a great spot to take in and kind of get a respite from what's happening at the wider conference here at GDC, which, as you know, is a lot.
It is. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And you've hosted things as well in the mornings, right? Gatherings of audio folks every morning.
Totally. We have the morning audio community meetup between 8 and 9 every day. Brings together folks in a conversation about what happened the day before and highlighting some of the cool things that are coming up each day. And so it's a way for the community to come out and share their experience again, trying to get a little more out of the conference because, as you know, you can't possibly be everywhere all at once.
Yeah, as much as I try.
Exactly. And so by channeling the experience of other people to get there faster, we take away a ton of extra information. And we've been recording that as a podcast for the last 16 years and putting it up there at gameaudiopodcast.com so that folks out in the wider community who don't have the privilege to be here can learn about what it's like, get the top of the mind from the community who's here, and really try to push that out into the wider community to share all of the things that we're learning here at the Game Developers Conference.
Very cool. So you obviously Audiokinetic's here again, and last year you started at the Metreon. You're back again at the Metreon this year. Tell us what's going on there.
Well, it's super fantastic because we plan 2 days of presentations at the Metreon Theater across from Moscone, where GDC is held. This is a free 2 days of presentations from folks out there using Wise in game development. They're graciously sharing their time and bringing this to a stage, a screen, and a sound system where we can really appreciate the artwork of audio in games in a way that is very unique. So we had 4 presentations on Wednesday, 4 on Thursday, and I have to say one of my favorites was the Let's Play of Cairn, the new game that Martin Stig Anderson created. The sound.
I saw you post something about that.
Just amazing as he's taking us through the game, talking about the systems that are unique, kind of reframing the way that we think about how to present sound, music, and this immersive climbing experience, all the while we're on this giant screen and this just amazing sound system. It is one of the best ways to experience the art form of game audio, and I'm so glad that Audiokinetic is able to bring that as a parallel path that people can navigate as part of their GDC experience.
Oh, that's excellent. And I noticed also that several games that use Wise won Gang Awards this year.
Yeah, well, again, it's the awards are all about the community coming together to celebrate each other and, again, the art form. We're always glad when folks who are using Wise are recognized for their technical, aesthetic, and achievements in what they do. And so, again, it's a gift to be there and to kind of soak in the love of the community, and always glad to see when folks are creating amazing art with Wise.
That must be awesome to experience that. Like you get this from so many different places. You know, talking with people who've worked on games with Wise, and then to actually go see people, you know, using the games and playing them in the show. What was I going to ask you next?
Well, if we want to talk about the awards, I think being there and having Becky Allen recognized with the Lifetime Achievement Award was a special thing for me. I worked with Becky on a couple of games while I was at PopCap.
Okay.
And you know, I think she, in that moment, embodied a kind of spirit that was so clearly herself, you know, with the kind of you know, support from the community to be herself. She conducted a kind of live orchestration of the people in the audience in a dynamic and joyful way, and again, it was just such a pure embodiment of her person, and really struck a chord with the folks who were in attendance. So an amazing achievement, and congratulations to Becky.
For sure. So, is there anything new that has been added to Wise in the last year that people should know about?
Yeah, well, it's we're always working to create the best experiences for folks who are coming to Wise, to create interactive audio across music, sound, and voice. We've been working hard to put pieces in place across our user interface to really pull together the workflows in a unified way, and you know, excited for some of the things that are in 25.1, paving the way for our next releases. And in the meantime, cool things like adding a parametric EQ graph to our EQ plugin, a side chaining object that now can be applied in our compressor, expander, and as part of the dynamic parametric EQ. You know, really taking and putting another way for people to dynamically mix their games. And then we've been out there in the community seeing folks reaching for a technique where they're metering audio on buses and even going as far to duplicate that across different frequency bands. And so what we did is we saw that and we thought we could do better with that. And so we brought in the multi-band meter that now gives you a full band that can be that can drive a gain parameter, as well as 4 bands that you can adjust the equalization output, and up to now 5 bands of gain parameter from each bus to drive your dynamic mix. So again,
cool.
A lot of great dynamic mixing stuff in the box in this release.
And I have one last thing to ask you about.
I'm ready.
There's been a lot of talk at the show about AI and how it's impacting our industry. In fact, the IASIG, as you know, has a new working group that's published a wiki site to inform people, and it's a free resource that they can get information about AI, but it's evolving so rapidly. From your perspective, what is your take on AI, and how is Audiokinetic addressing this?
Great. Well, in 25.1, we introduced our first AI-facing feature as part of our media pool, which now has
You can start that over.
Doing it again.
And we can start walking that way.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for asking. You know, in 25.1, we added the new similar sound search feature to our media pool, which is a place for folks to continue or begin creating content as part of the Wise authoring application. Similar sound search is an optional installation that allows people to reach into other aspects of their sample libraries outside of the traditional searches like text-based or metadata-based searches.
Right.
And so similar sound search, you know, reaches into untagged or unseen aspects of sounds in order to pull out results that either fall into audio description. So again, being able to use fuzzy search like cat purring that might actually bring out the sound of an air conditioner, or actually, once you find a sound that you're interested in, being able to find similar sounds to that based on properties of that audio file that the model understands.
That sounds really useful.
And in addition to that, we came out with a AI at Audiokinetic policy on our website so that people can really understand how we're thinking about the application of AI moving forward. And I think the important piece of that is approaching it in an ethical way,
Sure.
Trained with data that has been ethically sourced, and then also just trying to give people the choice in this time when they're reaching for tools to help their workflow,
right.
In ways that can support the empowering of content creators and creativity in interactive audio.
So the news isn't all bad about AI.
Again, I think we're in the world of technology trying to reach for these things that empower us to make decisions about what sounds great.
Sure.
Reaching for these visions that we have, and I think it's up to all of us to find the right way forward in that way to figure out what works together.
I agree. We've heard so much about the ways that AI can negatively impact workflows and jobs and all of that. I had a personal experience where I inherited some 78 RPM records from my grandparents, and they had recorded themselves on Christmas Eve singing Christmas carols in 1941.
Amazing.
And so I had recorded, I had digitized this and I captured it many years ago, and I had no tools in the 90s to do things with it, and I ran them through AI, and it was amazing. Their voices were like coming from the past, crystal clear, as if I was in the room with them. And for me, that was such a joyous use of AI that it positively impacted me personally.
Yeah. It's a story that validates, the use of technology
Absolutely.
As a way to kind of reconnect you with that history, is what I hear.
Well, I appreciate you and all of the things that Audiokinetic is doing for the IASIG and for the larger game audio community.
Cool.
Thank you again, and
You're welcome.
I'll see you next time, or maybe even between next year and now.
I like it.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Kurt.